Hello everybody, welcome back. Holy crap, it's been forever since there's been a RuneScape thing on this YouTube channel. Alright. Regardless, here we are again. Welcome back to Animal Crossing. I mean RuneScape. Runecrafting. I think at the end of Twisted League I said I wanted to do something cool in OSRS finally and go for like a big runecrafting achievement. I probably even mentioned a skill cape or perhaps something like that, and I didn't want to reveal what my runecrafting level actually was. I'm a little bit less embarrassed at this point. I'm level 75 runecrafting, so, you know, we're working on it. We're still, you know, slowly getting there. I was a little bit burnt out on OSRS in general, and I hate to admit that, but it's okay. I promise. I'm just as sickly addicted to this game as you are. I'm one of you. Don't worry. I feel like I'll always keep on coming back. I wanted to come up with a new way to motivate myself to keep on working on runecrafting. What I thought of today was doing an AMA while runecrafting, so I can actually like think about something else while we're doing this monotonous thing. So I'm kind of excited for this. I asked my Discord to throw a few AMA questions at me, and they so kindly did so. Meanwhile, I am actually live on Twitch right now, so people are listening to me at this very moment, so that's kind of fun. But I'm thinking about making this into a series, maybe something like Runecrafting Talks or something.
Runecrafting.
Terrible title, but I think it might motivate me to make runecrafting. No, I think it might motivate me to make OSRS content and also just keep on training my runecrafting because I don't know, interacting with people is far more worth it than working on a skillscape or something. Holy crap, it's hot though. I'm gonna go open the window for a second. One sec. All right, with that, let's get into it. Onward with the AMA. If you want to participate in this AMA, YouTube audience, you're definitely allowed to comment on this video and ask me another AMA question that I can use in the next episode. How about that? Look at this. We got some continuity going. We've got engagement. Oh, we're hitting all the boxes. This is gonna be great. Question number 1. Any reason why there's no webcam? I know that you weren't serious about this question and you didn't mean this to be one of the questions in the AMA, but I'm going to answer it regardless. I don't know. In my experience, while I was doing the Twisted League series, I started off with the webcam, and a lot of people were saying like, take the webcam off, take the webcam off. And you don't necessarily have to like listen to your critiques, or you like, I thought about it. I made my own decision on it. I stuck with it for a while, and eventually I took it off, and I don't know what it was. Like, the YouTube videos felt more natural, or I didn't have to worry about like making a face that would come across as like fake looking or like fake enthusiasm or something. I don't know what it was. I guess I don't know what it is about OSRS YouTube culture in general. Can you guys name a single OSRS YouTuber that uses a webcam? A lot of them stream on Twitch, and they're just like everybody else. They use a webcam, and it's just like normal on Twitch. But when they go over to YouTube, they record it without a webcam. So I don't know. I eventually fell to just doing the same thing that everyone else does. And when I did that, I liked the product that came from it. Be your own person. I am being my own person. That's why I'm saying, I'm trying to assure you, I'm not just giving in to what everyone else is doing. I did both things. I tried both things out, and turns out having no webcams kind of like pretty comfortable and makes like a nice product. I think it might make a better product overall. What are your favorite 3 fiction books? Oh goodness, dude, 3? 3? Okay, let's try to do this. Let's try. Now, I'll tell you my favorite book in the world, and that is, what's it called? The Good Earth. Should I even like speak longer on like why? I'll tell you the short reason. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of books do what I'm about to describe here. It's about a poor Chinese dude that works hard and then gets a bunch of money. It's awesome. I love it. It's basically like an idle game. It's like reading an idle game where you just tap things and the number goes up, but it's just like this character's so awesome. Like, he doesn't respond to much. He just like keeps working hard, and I love it. It's so inspirational. So awesome. Second favorite fiction book. So I always confuse 1984 and what's that other Orwellian book? Okay, guys, help me out. There's savages, there's alphas, betas, gammas. Brave New World, thank you. Good work, good work. The first 2 chapters of Brave New World are so awesome. And like obviously the whole thing's great, but then I don't know, just like the first 2 chapters in particular, like the world building of it, I love. And then like the rest of 1984, I like overall better than Brave New World. We're just gonna throw 1984 in one of the top 3. Don't look at the pin. Third book. You know what? I gotta open up a document here real quick. Oh, there's so many good books. And then I'm gonna put the Inferno in, cause it was baller. It was so sick. The Good Earth, 1984, and Inferno. But I'm pretty sure if I thought about it longer, 1984 would get replaced. Oh, I love this question. What is your favorite OSRS quest? Okay, so I thought about it for like a second, and I gotta go with your tried and true chef's assistant. Wait, is that even what it's called? It's cook's assistant. No. So I actually did see this question before we started the AMA. So I had like a little bit of time to think, and like a couple of things that popped through my mind were like RFD, because I just like respect the grind so much of the devs where they were like, all right, it's time to make quest number 100. And we've made a lot of quests before, and we're going to make like an awesome grand finale quest that wraps into a bunch of the old quest lines, and give a great reward for it, and just make it epic, and make like a whole lot of new cutscenes for it. I just respect RFD so much. But there's a better one. And then like I thought about things like Dragon Slayer 2, which it's on a lot of people's minds right now, but I think that's just because it's like kind of recent, and a lot of people have done it recently and unlocks good stuff. Kind of the end game right now. I wouldn't say that makes it like my favorite, you know? I might be confusing favorite with the best. I think I gotta say Underground Pass, dude. I think you gotta say it. Like, no other quest has the staying power in your mind than the dark creepiness of Underground Pass, where you're suddenly in this cave, and there's people trapped in cages, lost souls, the frustration of having low agility and falling all the time. Doing it as a kid was like crazy awesome. Like, there's just something about Underground Pass that's so sick. And then it's just like also got the added bonus of being wrapped into like the best quest series of the game. I think it just has like more mental staying power than any other quest, and I think that deserves to make it my favorite. I didn't like go through every single name and like make a bracket or anything, but I'm pretty sure the answer quite simply is Underground Pass. It's not Rat Catchers. You don't gotta worry. Oh, isn't Cold War epic? We totally need that quest line continued. Song of the Elves was like such a good time for me, because I did it with Billy Jim, and I think that there's something about camaraderie that like enhances any activity. It was epic. One thing about SOT that I will say is that like you could kind of tell that they were this doesn't make it bad, but you could just kind of tell that they were making it to feel really epic. So much so that it felt a little bit contrived, where it was like, all right, we're making this quest, and I think that group battles are cool. Let's have 3 or 4 of them. Let's have a lot of towns catch on fire and then go into a cutscene where things are burning. It happens a lot, and it's very, very, very cool, but it kind of happens a lot. It feels like you had too much candy. Favorite OSRS item? Geez, you know, I actually had an answer for this if we were still in RS3. Well, I guess RS2 rather. Back in the day, I would always wear my attack cape plus my Inferno ads, which I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's the ADZE, where you needed like, I don't know, I think the requirement was like something like 90 fire making to use it, and that was the axe that would burn logs right off the tree like at a 33% rate. It was awesome. I thought that was like the coolest thing, and it had a really, really cool design. I think that's still my favorite RuneScape item, but it's not in OSRS, so I'm a little bit sad about that. But if I were to like think about OSRS items, I don't know, like what are some candidates? I think you'd throw like a Armadillo Godsword in there. It's really, really cool to walk around with. You would think about some unequipables, like, I don't know, there's no rares in OSRS. I can't think of a favorite item. Dragon Trophy is sick. I was thinking about saying that, but I don't know. What would make that not my favorite item? I think it might be, because it's so cool. But it might only be cool because it's rare. But then again, that has like a huge link in like what's cool in my mind. So it's not fair to disqualify it for that. Slayer Helm recolors? Gross. I kind of hate them all. Slayer's dumb. Dang. Okay, so I've mentioned God Swords, and I really haven't mentioned anything else. You know what? I had an idea. I think my favorite item, if you're gonna allow me to do this, is I'm gonna give you a category. So I think my favorite item is a skill cape. Everyone was either like, ugh, or they were like, oh. On that answer, I think. So, but I guess you could narrow it down to one, but that feels like so much of a task. Like, what's the coolest skill cape? I guess I would have to like go through a whole tier list of like how good the emotes are. New video idea? Skill cape emote tier list? Mining cape is so sick. But I think that if I were to go off of like favorite item, I would try to the best of my ability to separate it from how hard it is to get and just like how cool it is instead. The blue on the mining cape is so good, but I think I might only think that because of how hard it is to get. Yeah, music cape. It definitely looks cool. So I don't know, if you'll allow it, I'm gonna say my favorite item is a skill cape, and I'm not gonna spend the time to narrow it down to one. What was your worst grind done on OSRS? Well, if you'll look at my stats, like there's nothing crazy impressive. And I've kind of always thought that about my OSRS stats, that like nothing really stands out. I used to be really proud of my RuneScape 2 account. I spent my entire childhood like building it up and stuff. And so only recently have I started to beat a couple of my skills that I had back in RS2. So for example, strength. I did not have 99 strength in RS2. Now I have that in OSRS. So actually, I think that's the only skill that I've beaten on OSRS. If I look at like what's my worst grind, I don't think I really have done any bad grinds on OSRS yet. That's really kind of how I feel about it. Even as I look at this, like mining wasn't terrible because I just got into the right mindset for mining. I would train mining on mobile while watching Netflix with my wife, and that wasn't bad at all. And I just kind of ended up with 81 all of a sudden. Smithing wasn't fun, but I'm only level 71, so no big deal. Cooking was real easy, nice. Slayer. I'm okay. I think the answer is this. I think this is the answer. I have very low Slayer. 74 Slayer, and I think it was my worst grind that I've ever done on OSRS. But it wasn't really a grind because I like kind of dip in and do like a few levels at a time. So I don't know. Does a grind constitute doing it all at once? I don't even know. The first whip in Twisted League. That's an interesting answer. Might that have been my worst grind? It took like 6 days or something of streaming, right? I killed 24 and killing 300 to 500 a day. Yeah, it took like 6 days. You know what? I think that's the answer, and that's kind of a cool answer to have because it's like completely documented on my YouTube channel during the Twisted League series, where there's a few episodes dedicated there just to grinding out the whip, and I love that content. It was so fun to do and also edit, and it was so fun to see the response on YouTube as well. So we should probably link that in the description or something. That whip grind is like, I think that's quality content on YouTube right there. I love the YouTube videos that came from it. The thing about it being the worst grind though is that like it was fun. So like, was it really bad? I don't know. Maybe it is the worst though. Like compared to everything else I've done, maybe it is the worst. Another potential answer, getting the quest cape. Probably getting the quest cape, right? For me, I kind of hate doing quests. I respect the absolute crap out of Jagex for making the quests that they make and spending all the time on all the jokes and the comedy, the great writing, the fun cutscenes and everything. I think they're excellent. I hate doing them. I think that they are works of art in the MMO space. I think that they are genre defining, or I think they're game defining. I think they're one of the great perks of RuneScape compared to other MMOs. But I hate doing them because I just love gaining experience so much that it feels bad to like stop gaining experience to go do something else. So I guess I'm gonna lock in my answer with the quest cape. The quest cape was my worst grind on OSRS. So no big deal, but it was the worst one for me so far. If you could instantly have 199 right now, what would it be? I think the answer's gotta be obvious, right? It's gotta be, oh, wait a minute. I was about to say that it's gotta be Runecrafting, but you know what? Slayer's just a bad choice. I famously hate Slayer a lot, but The thing is that it makes a lot of money. So if I instantly had 99 Slayer, I'm assuming I don't get any of the profit for it either. So I think it might be runecrafting, even though I'm just kind of excited to actually train runecrafting right now. So, oh, I'm conflicted. Oh, I got myself all conflicted. Slayer's a good answer. Potentially mining. Runecrafting makes quite a lot too. Yeah, oh yeah, you know what? I would be skipping out on a lot of money for runecrafting as well. Shoot, okay. Yeah, you guys have actually swayed me, actually. I think that Slayer, okay, right now, Slayer is number 1 for me. Now I just need to ask myself real quick, should I do mining instead? Should I do agility instead? Because so many people love Slayer. Maybe I would learn to love it too. Nah, screw it. Okay, 99 Slayer, that's my choice. Good call. Slayer, what was your most fun hour spent on OSRS? That question kind of blasts me back to the past, it's interesting because when I think about most fun hour, I tend to think about, well, it's definitely in my childhood, right? When I was experiencing things that were new. But then I remember, wait, this is a question about OSRS. It's not about RuneScape. So I can only like zoom back like to like 2013 or something, because this game is so young. It just had its 7th birthday. So I need to think about it in that time. And so I used to have like a really good friend group on RuneScape that I met in game, and I would log on and talk to them all the time. When I came back to OSRS and, started the account over, I was like, okay, old school RuneScape, that's pretty cool. I love that because RS3 sucks, and now I can play the game that I love again. When I started playing again, there's like no one online, so that's not very fun. And definitely the most fun has definitely been from interacting with people. Probably a huge motivation, or probably a huge factor in why I'm streaming right now. Not like right now, but like the fact that my life has led to this point that I am sitting in a chair and streaming right now. More of like a zoomed out thought like that. What was the question again? Was your favorite hour? Right now, only one answer kind of comes to mind. Because, like, if you're going to isolate it to 1 hour, like, grinding skills is pretty satisfying and stuff. But, like, it's not really about, like, hype in the moment. It's gotta be the hour that encapsulates beating Jad, right? Because everyone was, like, there and watching in chat and like, the dopamine release of failing, like, a dozen times, then finally getting it. That's gotta constitute the most fun, I think. Just kidding. Leva's 99 mining party. What was your most lucky drop in OSRS? Quick and easy, kill count 16, Wyvernic Visage. What's your hardest mastered activity in OSRS? I think that to define the word hardest, it would be like the skill that requires the most dexterity, probably. And honestly, I literally can't think of any. I haven't done any like high-end gaming in OSRS. Well, mastered, I didn't master Jad, I don't know if I have mastered anything that actually requires any like dexterity gaming skill. And I think that there's a reason there. I think there's a reason. I'm a gamer that plays 2 games. Actually, I kind of don't like the word gamer, because when I think of gamer, I think of guy that comes home from work and plays on his Xbox whatever new game is out, like the new first-person shooter that's out. That's kind of what I think of when I think of gamer. I don't know what I am, but like I generally like games, right? I like to play like some cool thing that's out. Maybe I'm a hipster gamer. Maybe that's the answer. Okay, but here's the reason why I don't think I've like spent any time mastering something really sick on OSRS. It's because I play 2 games primarily. One game is OSRS. The other game is Smash Bros. Melee. And Smash Bros. Melee is a game that is very hard and requires a lot of button presses. So gaming in my mind fits into those 2 categories. Either you're grinding hard in a game where you're not gaining experience. Your skill is demonstrable in-game. You're doing sick stuff in-game. You're doing stuff fast. That's Smash Bros. Melee to me. OSRS is chill. It's a chill game. So I sadly, I don't think I have an answer for this. Like, I've got nothing. If it's something, it would be like some minute thing like banking really fast, but I don't actually have that. Yeah, not that I don't think I could, but I don't have an answer. Anyway, you want to change the AMA question to what's your hardest completest challenge instead? Yeah, I'm actually gonna say Jad was harder than Zulrah. Not for most people, but I think for like what I did. What thing in OSRS have you invested the most time in? Pretty sure the answer is something AFK. I'm pretty sure it's like Nightmare Zone. I think. What is your favorite anime? Love this question. Nice question. I've got a couple of categories. I'm gonna go, oh shoot. Oh, I got my mind running a little bit and I'm a little bit lost. Here's the thing. I just got done watching Attack on Titan. Absolutely gorgeous. No spoilers. Thumbs up. That's kind of what I say when I'm reviewing something like a movie or something. I don't want to say, see it because of this, because I think it ruins things. So I think that I'm gonna, like, with a straight face, say thumbs up or thumbs down if I think that other people should watch it. So Attack on Titan, thumbs up. If you don't watch anime and you've never seen anime before, I think that solid advice is you should introduce anime to someone, an anime newbie, introduce it to them with Death Note. Death Note is absolutely epic. I think that that's the beginner's anime. Even though it starts like right away with like Ryuk, I think probably in episode 1, like, you know, a Shinigami shows up, but I think it's okay. I think it gets people into the world. It's a very smart anime. It's psychologically thrilling. It's so good. And it makes you fantasize about like having the power yourself. Like it's just, oh, I love Death Note so much. It's so good. The other thing is I've got the anime that I'm the most nostalgic for is Bleach. I didn't finish Bleach. Everyone says it falls off by the end, so that's unfortunate. But I've seen like 4 seasons of it, and the 4th season is entirely filler, I know. I've been meaning to go back and watch Bleach seasons 1 through 3 again for the sake of nostalgia, but it's sick. Currently, I'm watching Haikyuu. What did you guys say? Did you ever watch DBZ? Never. I still didn't. Honestly, I thought about doing it, and I asked Emily, I said, hey, do you want to watch Dragon Ball? And both of us were like, not really. Actually, I'm currently watching Haikyuu alone, and with Emily, I'm watching Goblin Slayer. We gave up on Demon Slayer. We think that anime is absolutely hot garbage. The catalyst for starting Attack on Titan again was watching an anime so bad that I had an anime itch, but it was not itched by Demon Slayer. So I had to go back and watch, try Attack on Titan again, and we got through it, and then suddenly we were just hooked. It was so good. It was beautiful. So yeah, I love Attack on Titan. But favorite anime? Crap, I didn't answer the question. Favorite anime? Yeah. It's Attack on Titan. Who is your favorite girlfriend? Rue. Weirdest thing you know about OSRS? I wish that I would have prepared something because I feel like I could come up with an answer to this. I also think I'm kind of bad at performing on the spot. Like if you were to ask me some childhood memory about X, I wouldn't be able to think of it. I think that's what's happening here. But I think I do know some cool things. Ooh.
So happy you're streaming today. Smile. Glad to have you back.
Aw, thanks, Dio. So the thing that gives me confidence in this question that I do know something weird is when we were coming up with Jeopardy questions, everyone was really, really, really impressed with the final question in Jeopardy. And that was what animal does the hair cutter have in Falador? And the answer was kind of hard to come up with. It's not a Chinchompa. I've decided that it's not a Chinchompa, you know? But once it graphically updates in RS3, it becomes a Chinchompa. I think the answer right now is a rat. So that's not a crazy weird thing to know. But I guess we need to I don't know, come up with some kind of ranking system because I know things about OSRS. For instance, this book is purple. So that's not a weird thing. But what's the weirdest thing I know? I don't know. Do you guys know this? Do you guys know that back when fatigue was a thing, they released sleeping bags and you were able to go buy sleeping bags in the general store? Actually, sleeping was a thing for a while, but you had to go to a bed to rest up. And then they released sleeping bags and you bought sleeping bags in a general store. And so they were a mobile bed. So you were basically down an inventory slot and you'd rest in a sleeping bag, and to sleep, you have to enter in a CAPTCHA. So you had to type in a hard to read code to make sure you weren't a bot. And it was so weird because you were just constantly typing in CAPTCHAs. It was really annoying. But like something like that, I feel like a lot of people don't know. You knew that? Okay, shoot. Can I think of something else? I feel like everyone knows about throwing the ring into the volcano in the northeastern wilderness, and then Golem shows up. Gollum. Sorry, not Golem. Ugh. Why are those so threaded together in my mind? The character from Lord of the Rings and a rock that's been brought to life. Ah, dang, this is such a good potential to be like a great answer, but I've got nothing. Chicken and cows can't be poisoned. Oh, wow, that's an awesome thing, dude. Chickens and cows can't be poisoned. Perhaps one of the weirdest things I know, and it only feels weird because, I don't know, I learned it from my Snowflake Iron Man. I'm pretty sure that this is true. The best money-making method available in the game for an Iron Man who's not allowed to train skills and who's not allowed to do quests and who's not allowed to complete diary tasks is picking up super anti-poison at the observatory, going to Karumja, picking up the gold ore spawn, and selling it to the general store. Think that is the best money-making method for a severely restricted account. Who's your favorite OSRS mod? I'm pretty sure the answer can only be one of two things. So I'm gonna have to go over like the pros and cons very quickly. I thought that this was gonna be a quick and easy answer, but then I remembered Ash is like a mod, you know? It's mod Ash. So there's Ash and then there's Archie. So what are the pros and cons? Ash is obviously full of history. He's got a lovable teddy bear-esque kind of thing going on about him where you just like can't not love him. And he's just like so knowledgeable and he makes everything good and he cares about the community and he makes that clear. So like, what is there bad to say about Ash? Obviously. Now let's talk about, yeah, Mod G. You know what? She actually is cool because she's an artist. Let's talk about Archie. Archie, I grew up with Archie watching his PK videos. He's the reason that I even have a remote interest in PKing, I think, because I would watch all of his uploads. I thought that his commentary was sick. I thought he was funny. I thought he was so sick at PKing. If you guys don't know that history, his YouTube account was No One's Perfect. Well, his RuneScape account was No One's Perfect. Maybe they both were. He's sick. Plus, I don't know, I got to see him like vlogging and stuff, and he used to be a little emo boy, and then I got to watch him turn into a man, and like, how inspirational was that? Suddenly, he was just jacked. He had these massive muscles. He was like leading this positive example for like a large community that he had of RuneScape kids who are definitely like these degenerate, like muscle atrophying boys, myself included. And I think that's like really sick that Archie was like able to do that. I think that's so cool. Who's my favorite? I'm not even gonna like ask the question of like, if I had to kill one and keep the other one alive, which one would it be? Because that's not fair. I think that you would have to go Ash on that one because he'll keep the game alive. But it was just so cool. I don't know. Lately, it feels like Archie is like a little bit more, even though he's like the head of the community at this point, I feel like he has to be less genuine as the face of a company rather than as just like an independent video maker. So for that reason, and like, so lately Ash has had more of an opportunity to make me smile than Archie has. So I'm gonna use my answer, Mod Ash. It ended up being very generic. What is the date for the next Jeopardy game? Twitch OSRS Jeopardy. Thanks for asking. No date confirmed because some of the contestants were busy early on. Some of the contestants had to go on a ski trip instead of playing OSRS all day. No date confirmed, but we have some like literally amazing guests lined up. Very hype. Like, you should be very excited. What is something you really want to learn or do in OSRS? When it comes to learning, I'm pretty sure the only things that you really like go ahead and learn in old school RuneScape is like PVM things. And the problem is, like, I know what a lot of that is like. And I'm a little unimpressed with, I don't know. Bossing just doesn't really do it for me, guys. That's probably because I haven't experienced doing it for hours and like getting those sick drops and letting the RNG wheels like work with my brain and infect them with how fun it is to do a task repeatedly over and over again and then get like a expensive drop randomly, which is what they're designed to do. I haven't like let that in, so I'm not very excited about it. So I'm not very motivated to do like raids and Theater of Blood. So how do I answer this question? What do I want to do or learn? Like, I would say Inferno, but it sounds like very, 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 very hard. Chambers of Xeric was sick, and I could see like why it would be like a lot of fun if I knew what I was doing, but I ended up not really knowing what I was doing. Right now, it like boggles my mind imagining actually doing it intelligently and doing it right. I can't imagine that right now. It probably is like really cool and fun. Probably. Oh, you know what? Gauntlet. Gauntlet. That's my answer. I want to do Gauntlet in Priv. I haven't done it. I want to do that. I hope it's fun. Who's your most admired OSRS player? I'm gonna go ahead and confine that question to like people that currently play the game, and my answer is just kind of off the top of my head. It's Theoatrix, actually. The quality his guides have it's astounding. I love his work. Is that a fair answer? Oop, I accidentally burped. Is that a fair answer? I think it's Theoatrix. Favorite memory of old school RuneScape? I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it's getting that whip. It's finally getting that whip in Twisted League, because it was pretty epic and it was a lot of fun having everyone around. Like, that was really cool. Will you ever stream on Thursday? Probably. Have I like always missed Thursday or something? Coolest boss you've never done? Look at the high score table here. There is something about the way Cerberus looks that I think he might be the coolest boss I've never done. My answer is Cerberus for now. I think he looks very, very cool. I love how dark the red is. The alchemical Hydra looks really, really cool as well. I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna say Cerberus is the coolest boss I've never done. Next question. Coolest boss you've ever done? Okay, so ones that I have done are not very many. Literally, I have never done barrows in old school RuneScape, and that blows my mind because I spent a lot of time doing barrows back in the day. I thought that I had done it in old school RuneScape, but I guess I've never done it, so I can't even say. Can't even use them. I do think that they're really cool though. So, I don't know, cool from a mechanic standpoint or like from a design standpoint, because I don't think I've done very many cool ones. Like, I've got Jad and Zulrah, got Nightmare. Maybe I'm thinking of cool as in fun. So like, who's the coolest one? You know what? There's something about the bulkiness of Jad that I think is cooler than Zulrah. I think I just don't like snakes. Not that I'm scared of snakes or anything. I'm comfortable with snakes. I just don't think that they're a very cool design. So sadly, I think my answer is Jad. I hate that answer. Conch episode 2? Yeah, sure. The full question on this was, unless you are a spacebar monster, what's your favorite bit of OSRS lore? Which is a pretty cool question. And unfortunately, I am a spacebar monster. So, I mean, I kind of like the creation story of Gielinor, about how Guthix was from like a tribe of, I don't know, otherworldly beings, gods, I guess, who were like really peaceful. And then his family just happened to be involved in an accident that I think had to do with Zamorak and Saradomin. And if I recall correctly, it's actually Saradomin who like totally effed up Guthix's life and like killed his daughter or something accidentally. Just like a war accident, you know? And then Guthix like, wait, it might not have been Sarah. I think it was followers of Saradomin that like crushed his Guthix family. And Guthix was just like this like god peasant farmer type. And he like took a weapon and then like became like a full-fledged god or something. And he like went around hopping into like other dimensions, and he found Gielinor. And Gielinor was like really cool and chill and had like animals in it. And I think he brought the people here. So I don't know. My favorite is probably just like the creation story with Guthix. I like that one. I think that's cool. But I didn't get it from in the game. Just like read it off the Wikipedia. Who's your favorite VIP in Twitch chat? Yikes. All right, everybody, thank you so much for spending time with me as I trained some runecrafting. What did we accomplish today? We got a good, probably about 45K experience in runecrafting after I started answering questions, so I love that. We are only 66K away from 76. We're going to be out of this library sometime soon, so I'm excited for that. I'm all out of questions, but I enjoyed the video. I enjoyed the day. I think it'll be pretty easy to just like slap this together, throw it up on YouTube. I'll see what you guys think. And if you want this series to continue, please, oh please, you can prompt me with like anything. Just throw me a YouTube comment. Just comment below whatever you want. An AMA question for next episode, and we can just kind of keep this train running. In the meantime, you guys still haven't followed my Twitter, so please do so. There's a link in the description. If you want to be involved live in the next answering, I'm almost certainly going to be streaming all of these, just in case someone can throw an extra question to me while I'm live that I can use in the next video. Also, I say a lot of extra stupid stuff while I'm live. So if you're interested in that, follow me on Twitch. My name's WeSkill now there as well. Anyway, thank you for your support. Have a nice day. Bye. Enjoy the grind. See ya. Hey, that's gonna be a catchphrase now. Enjoy the grind.